I could really go for some peach pie. Labor Day is Jason Reitman's new film based on the novel by Joyce Maynard, and it stars Kate Winslet, Josh Brolin, and this relatively new child actor, Gatlin Griffith. Labor Day was one of my most anticipated of TIFF. It was number 2 on my video, and that's because I love Jason Reitman, whatever. I love his films. Thank You for Smoking, Up in the Air is one of my favorites. Juno and Young Adult is another one that I just adore. And they all have, these great characters, all these really fast-talking, dialogue-heavy, just really intriguing, interesting stories. And it's really kind of puzzling to me that Jason Reitman loved this novel, Labor Day, so much and that he really wanted to adapt it, because it's nothing like any of his other films. The characters are nowhere near as compelling. I didn't really get this film, to be honest. I am really disappointed because I love him so much as a director, and I love Kate Winslet. She's one of my favorites ever, and she's really good in the film. And Josh Brolin, I mean, the acting is good in the film. It's just the story and everything about it was really melodramatic, really cheesy. It felt like, this old melodrama from like the 50s or something. It just it didn't fit into today's time at all. I'm fine with like nostalgia and nostalgic stories, and I'm pretty sure that's basically what this film is about. It's very nostalgic, but at the same time, it's like exactly everything that Jason Reitman hasn't been ever before. And I'm all for, trying out new things as a director and him, expanding himself, whatever. I was kind of bored watching this. There was a few moments that were decent, but overall, before I continue my rant, so there's Adele, who's Kate Winslet, and she's a single mother. She's divorced, and her son is Henry, and they live together, and she doesn't get out much. She's kind of a recluse. She's been through some things in her life that have made her kind of just shaky and afraid, and doesn't really go outside, and it's a big deal for her to, like, go shopping. She's just one of those kinds of people who's kind of just afraid of life. And one day, she's out with Henry. They're at, like, the store, and Henry meets this man who has been injured, and he asks for a ride, and so he asks his mom, and it's like this really huge deal that she's, helping this stranger because she's kind of afraid of everything. And so they give him a ride, and he wants to go to their house, so she somehow, gets the courage to let this strange man who's injured come into her house, and they find out that he's, escaped. He was in jail, he got out, he jumped out of a window from the hospital where he was having surgery, and basically he's just living with them now. So they're not really so scared of him, as he seems to be this nice person who is just kind of wrongly convicted, or that's the way he likes to spin it. But they kind of just take this man in, and he becomes like this father figure and this husband figure, and they kind of, Adele and this guy, Frank, they kind of instantly fall in love. And it's just this story of this guy who's, everyone in the world's looking for him, but he's kind of just, staying in this woman's house with her son. And, there's moments where, like, apparently this guy, like, really knows how to cook. He's been in prison for, like, years, but somehow he makes a really great peach pie and really great food, and they're just always cooking together and stuff, and honestly, it was not believable at all. Like, I don't know, it's like, it's sweet, it's sentimental, but it's just, I don't know, it was over the top and just really, I don't even know how to describe this anymore. I just didn't feel for it. I didn't feel for anyone in this movie. I didn't connect with any of the characters. I just thought the whole thing was a little much. It was just a little much, and It's this movie about time and lost time, and I mean, I saw it at TIFF, so there was a Q&A after, which was actually kind of nice. I saw the last screening, Jason Reitman, like, stuck around, and we did a Q&A, and it kind of, like, tried to push me into thinking something different, and that, you know, it's this beautiful film about time and lost time, and these are people who have lost so much, and like, finally they're able to connect, and whatever. And a lot of my friends, actually, every one of my friends who I went with really liked the film, so I was just, you know, that one person who just didn't get it. I'm sure a lot of people like this film. It got, like, a standing ovation and everything, but, yeah, I'm just not, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel anything for anyone. It has a couple funnier moments. There's this really great cameo at the end that isn't so much great as it is completely hilarious and cheesy and awful, but I loved it, and I won't spoil it, but I'm pretty sure people might know about it already. And yeah, Labor Day. I'm just not feeling this movie at all. Like, it's well made. I give it credit for, you know, everyone who made it, and the acting was good, and I mean, like, technically it's well made, but as a film on an emotional level, I just think it's like a step back for Jason Reitman, and just in general, just not really a relevant story for today. I don't know. I don't think it is anyway. But yeah, Labor Day. I'm giving the film, it's hard. It's hard to, like, give it a rating when it was just more like, I know it's a good film, I know it's well made, I just didn't like it. C minus, maybe? C minus? I don't want to give it a D. It's not like it's an awful film. It's just did not get me. I did not get it. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching my review of Labor Day. And I'm Adriana. My blog is Fresh from the Theater. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And there will be more TIFF reviews to come, as well as other movie reviews in general. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.